3. There we go.
We've hit the button. Hey, RJ. We just finished recording Stack Your Points, but we had news pop up right before we started recording Stack Your Points, and I wanted to go live with it. So here we is. RJ, you know Alaska Airlines?
I have heard of Alaska Airlines. They're the ones that fly out of Boston, right?
I honestly think they might have a flight or two out of Boston, but I know they're definitely at JFK. Typically West Coast.
Yeah.
I know they're at JFK. I know they're in Seattle. I know that they are along the West Coast. I know they bought Hawaiian Airlines. They have a credit card that they issue through Bank of America, and they have announced today that they're extending the relationship with Bank of America, and they are going to be adding new cards, and Bank of America is going to be the sole issuer of their credit cards going forward. How does a higher tier Alaska card work without nerfing the Summit? We'll get to that in just a second, SJDP, and thank you for joining the live. We've gone across all of our channels for this. So we're live on my channel, we're live on your channel, we're live on Stack Your Points, because why not? A United Copycat gets you lounge access and not much else? Quite possibly. So we're going to have to look into the mechanics of the Summit card a little bit, which we will. But we do have this report from Doctor of Credit. So we're just going to run through the Doctor of Credit. I went through the corporate speak on Stack Your Points. We're not going to worry about that. But we've got Bank of America and Alaska Airlines, Alaska Air Group have announced an expansion of their partnership, including a multi-year extension of the co-branded partnership. As part of this move, Atmos Rewards cards will move to a single card issuer. Previously, Bank of America issued Alaska Air cards, and Barclays was the issuer for Hawaiian. Alaska has acquired Hawaiian Airlines, and the new cards changed branding from Alaska Air to Atmos. It's not immediately clear from the press release if this means that Bank of America will be acquiring the backbook from Barclays for existing cardholders. We have reached out to both Bank of America and Alaska for comment. The release does mention increasing investment into Alaska and Hawaiian's lounge program, and also enhancing the suite of cards, including new cards and refreshes of existing cards. We'll have to add the possibility of new cards to our tracker for 2026. I don't necessarily think you're going to see the new cards in 2026 if they're going to launch new cards, but I could see a refresh to the Ascent card in the not too distant future. RJ, we talked about this on SYP, but your thoughts immediately here.
It makes sense. Like, it makes sense that they're just bringing all the cards together. It was just a matter of time. I am interested in how they thread this needle, right? Because as SJP has pointed out, you don't want to nerf everything, right? You just launched this less than a year ago, or just about a year ago. Mm-hmm. You don't want to completely nerf your Atmos. Would I wish they would design the cards to look better? Yes, because I think it looks like, I get it's supposed to be an airline window. I just don't think it looks very good. But I think it makes sense. And I think something making sense in credit cards lately has been a nice touch. So I'm down for it to all be under one roof, so to speak.
No, I definitely understand that. Super Rod asked, Barclays and Hawaiian extended their relationship. I think it'll just stay how it is. So Barclays did extend the relationship at the 11th hour with Hawaiian right before the merger went through. I think Barclays knew that they weren't going to, that contract wasn't going to run its full 10 years. I think Barclays wanted to ensure that, they could get in on some sort of money coming their way from Bank of America, because when they announced this 11th hour deal with Hawaiian, I'm sure they were pretty far down the road of finding out that Citi was going to be the exclusive issuer of the American Airlines cards, right? They were going to get a payday they were getting a payday from Citi for the back book there. And I think Barclays jumped in at the last minute to extend their relationship with Hawaiian, not Hyatt. We just spoke about Hyatt a little bit, with Hawaiian in order to bump in on negotiations, because they have a contractual agreement with Hawaiian Airlines, or had a contractual agreement with Hawaiian Airlines. They've updated to the Atmos branding. then they're trying to push that that they get in on the back on Bank of America purchasing the back book. And while it seems okay, sorry. While it seems like Citi isn't buying the whole back book from Barclays for the AA cards like we thought, some Aviator cards are just turning into Barclays cards. Those are, I'm sure, due to Citi's underwriting, and Citi can choose to bring over who they want to bring over. I think the people they aren't bringing over from the Aviator cards are people they deem as an unacceptable risk to them. But they purchase the back books, and they're not purchasing. They purchase the overwhelming majority of the back book. While there is, some cards here and there, I think those are customers that Citi doesn't want to bring for whatever reason. So Bank of America probably would do the same if they're purchasing the back book. But I do think that Barclays is trying to get a wedge. I think Barclays made that extension to park a wedge in order to get as much leverage as they could in negotiations to get the back book, like sell off the back book, because they have been wanting to pre everything happening in the last year. They were wanting to get out of travel co-brands. They were wanting to. If their strategy has changed, at least they had this in their back pocket as a means of creating leverage, and leverage is never a bad thing.
Yeah. I also think, like, from the perspective of Alaska and Hawaiian, sort of being under one thing with Atmos, like, it is more confusing to customers if there are multiple sets of cards. Like, if this ends up being one card family, right? That earns you points for both Alaska and Hawaiian, and everything is easy from that perspective, that means more people are going to get into it, right? Because right now, if you're Hawaiian, but you have this Atmos thing that you're hearing about and you're not entirely sure, like, it's going to create some confusion with people who don't travel a ton. Where if you bring this all together, you're making it easier for people, right? You're making people understand the program better who are not deep into credit cards.
Yeah. And for the longest time, a lot of confusion was brought up. Like one of the reasons why Citi eventually bought out the back book from Barclays was it was a split. Everywhere that American Airlines cards were like marketed outside of an airport was the Citi American Airlines cards. Once you set foot in the airport and you were on the flight, it was usually the Barclays cards being advertised to you. And they eventually got that figured out.
We see this with Marriott. The difference between where Chase markets their cards and where Amex markets theirs, right? So yeah, exactly. And I think that that's part of it, right?
Yes, the Atmos branding is used for both. The Hawaiian card, so the Hawaiian cards were the ones that you could apply for through Barclays. They changed the branding on the Hawaiian cards, not the Bank of Hawaii cards, which are also issued by Barclays, and I don't know if they would be involved in this. Well, those cards would probably be going away as well. But they
it's all Atmos. When you go to the Hawaiian Airlines website, it's all Atmos cards. There's no proprietary Hawaiian cards showing up.
Yeah, and if you go to the Barclays website, I'm sure you'd see the same.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But like, it's the same $95. Like the Hawaiian card and the Hawaiian business card are both $95 cards. There isn't, to my knowledge, a Hawaiian card that's like no annual fee that would come underneath.
There's no Hawaiian card listed on Barclays anymore.
Yeah. Oh, so it's just showing an Atmos card. It just says Atmos?
No, there's nothing. There's Emirates, JetBlue, regular, Capital Vacations, RCI, JetBlue Premier, Emirates Skyward, Frontier, Carnival, AARP, Breeze, Miles and More, and JetBlue under travel. There is
Oh,
nothing for Hawaiian.
I guess I already pulled the cards. Interesting. SJDP, thank you for the memberships. Greatly appreciated. So yeah, we already mentioned that from Sleepy Rod. Sorry. Sleepy Rod also, I still haven't found where Barclays wants to get out of Travel Cobra and cards. They also have beefed up their JetBlue Premier. I could be wrong though. I remember seeing it when it was talking about them picking up the GM card when that was first announced, that they wanted to focus more on retail co-brand instead of travel co-brand. But again, this was early 2024, like late 23, early 24, and many things economically have changed. Yes, they just beefed up the JetBlue Premier card, but I don't think that was Barclays doing that out of the goodness of their heart. I think that was JetBlue scrambling to make a fix that was desperately needed.
Yeah.
But
They have some of the weirdest cards. Like Barclays has the weirdest selection of cards.
yes, how they have the Miles and More card, I don't understand. Likelihood the Barclays. So if they're not even showing the Hawaiian cards anymore on their website, I don't think you're going to see that happen. So I don't think that's going to get boofed up. Does my Barclays Hawaiian card get moved to BofA yet, or got to wait until the contract still? So there's no word from the press release about when that transition, when that phase in will happen. So something's going to happen at some point. They haven't announced whether or not they're buying the back book. They haven't announced if they are, if Barclays is just discontinuing the cards and everybody's going to get given a Barclay Arrival card. But since they've already pulled it from the website for application, it's possible that they're not going to be, they won't get the full back book. Although something I'll mention here, I mentioned it on Stack Your Points. I've been getting mailers for the Bank of America, from Bank of America for the Ascent card, and the Ascent card has been offering me a 15 or 12 or 15 month 0% balance transfer offer, which is the Barclays hallmark. So when I saw the Bank of America logo on that mailer, it threw me for a loop, because it was just like, that's not what Bank of America does though. Like, this is Barclays doing. Like, why are they showing me the Barclays card? It's not the Barclays card. This is weird.
So I search Google for Hawaiian Airlines card, and the Hawaiian Airlines Bank of Hawaii card comes up. But if you hit apply now, it does nothing.
Ooh.
Like, it flashes the screen, but you can't actually apply for it. Like, I could not get it to apply. And if you go to, so if you go, there's two links. There's one for an 88 or an 80,000 Atmos point one, and then there's one for a 60,000 one. If you go to the Bank of Hawaii website and click on the link to apply for the card, you can get an application to open. It seems like they're scrubbing it from the internet as we're speaking. Like, it feels like they are trying to get everything down that they can as we're talking about this.
That would seem to imply that they're not going to be getting the back book. Like, they've either sold the back book quietly, or they didn't secure the back book, in which case I wouldn't be surprised to see possible litigation for breach of contract. But like, they entered that contract knowing what was happening, so I don't know how well that would hold up.
Yeah, I can only get the $99 card. I can sort of get it to kind of work. The other card I cannot get to open an application, and I've tried it on a couple of browsers. So I have a feeling their IT department is currently on the clock.
Interesting. So with the possibility of refreshes, like, I don't think we're going to see a refresh of the Summit card, because, well, they just launched the Summit card. So the Summit card's not going anywhere. But I'm going to bring up the three cards that they have available. These are from the Bank of America. We have the Atmos Awards Rewards Ascent. We have the Summit, and we have the Business. I don't think we're going to see significant changes to the Ascent, to the Summit, obviously. $6,500 in spend within 90 days of account opening. Yikes. But 100,000 points and a 50% flight discount upon approval. So there's that. 4,000 spend in 4 months for the Ascent card. Now, if we can break down these cards, elevate your experiences, earn every day. So looking at the Summit card, the Ascent card, this is the one that I think you're more likely to see get changed. Earn 1 status point for every $3 spent on purchases. I don't see that going anywhere. Earn 3 points for every dollar spent on eligible Atmos purchases. I don't see that changing. 2 point per dollar on gas EV charging, streaming cables, cable streaming services, and local transit. That might get changed in some form or fashion.
I think because it's 2x, it's safer. Like if it was 3x, I think it would be gone. I think 2x is safer.
Yeah, maybe they add a category. Maybe they do something here. 20% back on all Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines in-flight purchases when you pay with your qualifying credit card. 10% back reward bonus on all points earned from purchases if you have an eligible Bank of America account. No foreign transaction fees. We're not going to worry about the Summit card. Business card, what does it earn on everyday spend again? Gas EV, shipping, local transit. So I don't necessarily see much happening there. Weird that it just gives you the same. The only thing that's different is shipping versus cable streaming and yeah, it's just cable and streaming. For a refresh, so I think you could see a refresh on the Summit. I'm sorry, not the Summit, the Ascent. 95. I assume you're going to see it go up to 150. I wouldn't be surprised to see them add coupons like the other airline cards have coupons. I would not be surprised to see, one of these 2% categories maybe go up to 3x. Already you can earn 3x rent with your Ascent and Summit cards with Built. You pay the 3% fee. So that I don't think is changing. Could you see dining added at 3x? Because every card everywhere has to have 3x dining. Maybe. The 1 status point for every $3 spent, I could see that staying at 150. But then do they do the same thing with?
They do it at 1 to 2.
Okay. Oh, fastest
or
point.
2 to 1, excuse me.
Yeah, that makes sense. 10,000 status points awarded annually. These combined offer the fastest path. $20,000 in purchases earns Atmos Silver. 60,000 in purchases at Atmos Gold. Okay, so they're not going to change this card too much. 3 points per dollar on dining, foreign currency, Alaska and Hawaiian, and 1 point on everything else. Yeah, maybe they don't add dining to an upgraded Ascent card, or they could add 2x dining onto the Ascent at 150. Just give it more 2x categories. But there's room for no annual fee card. There's room for a card over the top of the Summit. There's room for another business card, at least.
What do you think? Like somebody mentioned the United Club as a comparison. Do you think it would be something like the United Club? I'm pulling that up now. United Club, 5x miles on hotel stays at renowned hotels and resorts, 5x on other United purchases, 2x on dining and all other travel, 1x on all other purchases. Then you save some miles when you book, you have lounge passes, things like that. Do you think it would be that sort of ripoff, or do you think it would be something different?
So I could see a card. So like, let's play with things a little bit here. Let's say they go over the top with like a 650 card, right?
Okay.
They're looking at the Delta Reserve. They're looking at not quite the United Club card at 695, but they're going up in that 650, 595 to 695. 650 makes the most sense. I think you're going to see them continue to do 3x foreign purchases on that card for sure. You could see them take the American Airlines approach of, at 95 or 150, you got to spend every $3 equals a status qualifying point. At 395, every $2 equals a status qualifying point. And now with this 650 card, every dollar is a status qualifying point. I think it would have unlimited lounge visits, unlike the 8 that get attached to the Summit card. I don't know what it would do with dining. I think it would have more. You want to increase the multiplier on your own hometown spend, right? I could see it getting something like a 10% rebate, 10 to 15% rebate on points bookings for sure. I could see it, bumping a little bit higher with that. The other cards offer 10%. What do you call it? The extra 10% in earnings if you have that Bank of America relationship at
Mhm.
695 or 650, 695. Maybe it bumps up to 15, maybe it bumps up to 20. So like, it's no longer 3.3 on dining, it's 3.6 on dining, or it's 3.6 on foreign currency, foreign purchases. That would be a way to get people, bumping in the knocking down the door for it. Maybe this card would earn 4x on rent, which would make it 4.8x on rent. Why Built and Atmos don't allow mortgage on the Alaska co-brands?
Do
It's the
they
same reason.
allow like credit cards paying for a mortgage in general seems like a bad idea.
Built hasn't allowed it. I am certain the moment that they can get that figured out and make it work on the back end, because let's face it, one of these two companies over promises, under delivers. But as soon as that company figures out how to make it work on the back end, it's going to come to the Alaska cards. I think it's just a limitation on Built's end. And as soon as they can figure that out, and as soon as they can make it work for them, nothing will stop them from offering that. So I do think that you're going to see them offer mortgage as soon as they can.
Yeah, I could see it. Again, paying your mortgage, and there are very few transactions in life that if they get missed, like, are more terrifying than your mortgage.
Yeah. No, I don't think you're going to see there's already some issues being like floating on that. They can't afford to mess that one up.
Yeah.
So yeah, 650, I could see them adding a full lounge. Obviously trusted traveler program. What else does the Summit card give you that they could beef up on a 650 card?
Give me a second. Let me go back. Here we go.
Check bag, preferred
It would
boarding, who cares? Cocktail, who cares? Same day
I mean,
confirmed free.
it could go to a 1.5 base.
Yeah.
Do like a city.
Yeah. Oh. Well, only get a 0.1x bump, not the full 3x, since the extra 2x comes from Built per CSR.
So Matt, perhaps do a TLDR.
TLDR. Alaska Air Group and Bank of America are extending their credit card relationship. The cards are all going to be issued by Bank of America going forward. What this means for Barclays, we don't 100% know. Apparently, Barclays things are drying up quickly. The agreement will allow Bank of America to issue more cards from Atmos. So right now they issue the Summit and the Ascent and the business card. There's room, if they're going to be the sole issuer, to bring in a card underneath the Ascent card. That could possibly be like a no annual fee card that does stuff. Won't cover your bag, won't do anything else, but like, hey, no annual fee airline card. JetBlue has one, United has one, Delta has one, American Airlines has one. They're not particularly compelling cards, but hey, welcome offer. There's also room for them to go over the top of the Summit card and offer a card in that $650 annual fee range, which would bring Alaska in line with United, bring it in line with Delta, bring it in line with American Airlines, where there's a no annual fee card, a card at 95 to 150, and that 95 card to go into 150, I bet. A card in the 350 range, they're already there at 395, and then a card that's over the top at anywhere from $595 to $695. I would say 650 just because that makes the most sense, but it could be $695 to go after the United Club. So TLDR, Bank of America is going to be issuing all the cards going forward, and they will be doing enhancements to some of the cards as well. Also be prepared for at least two business cards, the one they currently offer, and probably one at $650 because that makes the most sense. You think it's possible BofA is gunning for a travel card with Atmos as a main partner, or just make co-brand cards? I don't think they're going to gun for a travel card with Atmos as the main partner. If Bank of America was interested in travel partners, which it doesn't seem like they are at the moment, yes, they could secure Bank of America as a transfer partner, but then who else are they going to get to make it worthwhile to go after Bank of America cards? Everyone else that everyone else has?
There's also a limited time offer on the Atmos cards that keeps popping up for me.
I was seeing 80,000 and 100,000, 80,000 on the Ascent and 100 on the Summit.
Yeah.
If you're seeing different.
No, that's what I'm seeing, but it wasn't there earlier in the day when I was looking at something.
Oh, okay. Alaska's closing the Hawaiian airline loophole with Barclays. Yep. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Barclays going forward. Built still has a good relationship with Atmos. You're still going to earn the full 3x points on rent, although it gets broken down as like 2x from Built and 0.1 from Barclays, from Bank of America. I don't know. You're still paying a 3% fee to go through to use your Summit or Ascent cards.
Also, they break it up into quarters. So if you fly 5 times in the first half of the year, you're not getting 8 lounge passes. You're getting 4 lounge passes. So at most. So if they did a higher card and just either gave you it or gave it at an extreme discount or whatever, it would make sense. They could do a combo platter, give you 8 passes, 1 or 2 a quarter, and give you the $100 off buying the full package. Combine their 2 cards.
So the Summit gives you 3x dining, 3x international. It's a Visa Infinite, 8 times lounge, 8 lounge passes broken down quarterly, with some status benefits, 2-to-1, 2 status points per, 2 status points per dollar, or $2 per status point, $2 per status point, tiebreaker on upgrades. Dr. F. Kranz also mentions hotel status with IHG, rental status with Avis. SJDP mentions that it also waivers partner bookings. Since those fees can add up, and the Summit gets you fancy drinks at the Alaska Lounge. So there you go. And TruckRX joining us. Thank you so much. It's an interesting play for sure. It was weird to see this break at 8:30 at night. And like right as we're getting ready to do the podcast, I'm like, wait a second, this is big. What the hell?
I always ask Matt before we start, Matt, is there any news? And Matt was like, no. Wait, hold on a second.
The fudge? Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get new credit cards. Oh, 1 mile at a time says new credit cards and perks. So creating incremental whatever. What changes could we see? A new ultra premium card offering with full membership with full lounge access. I just said that, given that every airline has a lounge card. Whatever, who cares? More premium business card, given that it's currently the only co-brand business card which has Atmos, which is the Atmos Rewards business card. Okay, so Ben is giving me exactly nothing. Okay, cool. But yeah, I expect to see more cards. Oh, thanks, Matt. Absolutely. Anytime. Thank you so much for joining. I know it's a late live for me, but not late time for you. So greatly appreciated. Summit also gives a 25K annual companion certificate for the big spender, 60K in spend. The big spender benefit will have to be protected if they offer a higher tier card. They would probably just jack the spend required, honestly, for that. Like they could do like a 50K annual companion certificate, or do the same 100K but require 75K spend or something. I don't know, but yeah, it does offer those two companion passes. The 25K is just for re-upping every year. The 100K is after you put 60K in spend through the card. Maybe you go to 120 with 75K in spend or something, but like they'll figure out a value add on a higher tier card to make that more worthwhile. Or on the higher tier card, they make the 100K the standard and they give you like a ridiculous one, even more ridiculous one with 60K of spend on that card. I don't know.
They give you one Hilton standard room.
Hey, you know, that's 250K a night. That would certainly make sense. Okay. Yeah.
No, it is. The timing is interested. The timing is very interesting. It doesn't seem like a embargo was broken, because like you would not plan now or 3 hours ago for your embargo to break.
I mean, if they were rushing to get this out at 8 o'clock, somebody had something or somebody accidentally posted something, but like, why then would you would just tell that person not to like retract their story?
I have 100% in the past meant to put something out at 9 a.m. and it in fact came out at 9 p.m. the day before. So there is that.
That's fair. So to build drop Atmos or something? No. When I on my on the title for this, Alaska and BofA go exclusive. Bank of America will be the exclusive card issuer for Atmos cards. Now you can go to the Alaska Lounge and SFO with Priority Pass plus $15. Don't know if that would trickle down to the other Alaska Lounges in the coming future. I think because they deprioritized SFO, that's just a way to get money to keep making money with that $15 copay. I don't know that they would do the same at Seattle. I doubt they would do the same thing at Portland, and I doubt they would do the same thing at LAX. Especially if they're going to introduce let's say they're introducing a higher tier card, they would have no reason to do that. But you know, we could certainly see other lounges that aren't working for them. I'm sure they could do the same concept with add it into Priority Pass and just make an extra $15, because that is just basically passive income for them at that point. The other thing that they can do with a refresh of the $95 card, because the Bank of Hawaii card offers 2x on gas, dining, and eligible grocery category. The Ascent card only gives you 2x on gas, streaming, and gas and streaming primarily.
Mm-hmm.
150 2x gas, dining, grocery. 3x on Hawaii. $3 gets you a status qualifying point.
Yeah, I do think going up to 150 opens up some flexibility that will allow them to merge the cards, and you don't really lose anything other than the, $55.
Yeah. And they'll still keep like the spend $6,000, get the $99 companion fare. All of that will probably stay on the card. They may add like, I don't know, a Grubhub benefit maybe. Grubhub's owned by Wander, so who knows? San Diego and Seattle is Alaska's future at the moment. LAX and San Francisco is off the table, is my guess. Yeah, so if there's any other lounge that would do the join priority pass plus a $15 copay for just passive money going to Alaska Airlines, I would assume that LAX might be added to that pile then. Because they're not going to give up the lounge, right? It doesn't make sense necessarily to give up the lounge if you don't have to, unless you're completely deprioritizing those and completely 100% pulling out. And this is just leading to you abandoning that lounge and then maybe giving it up to the highest bidder, Chase, hopefully, because Chase needs more of a presence at LAX and SFO. And you can have multiple lounges in an airport. It's a shocking concept, but you can have more than one.
I believe Delta at Atlanta has proven that you can have more than one lounge in an airport.
You can just trip over yourself and find yourself at a Delta lounge at Atlanta.
I'm pretty sure there are 412 of them.
Which is amazing because there's not even 100 gates in Atlanta. No, there's more than 100 gates in Atlanta. I know that Hartsfield-Jackson is physically the largest airport in America. If it's not Hartsfield-Jackson, it's Denver. One of the two is the largest. And Hartsfield's probably the busiest.
Denver actually is physically the largest. It spans roughly 53 square miles. The second largest is Dallas-Fort Worth.
Okay, actually, those don't shock me.
I think a lot of it is like sprawl, where like Hartsfield-Jackson has to be contained, even though they're the busiest airport in the world.
Whoever takes SFO for lounges would be nice. I would love to see more competition at SFO. Like, I would love to see the club just purchased out by its exclusive, like its primary partner for lounges. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers.
Who would that be, Matt?
Oh, I don't know. Some dumbass company that can't get their head out of their ass. Oh, I mean, Chase.
He was mean to a company, guys, and it wasn't built. Somebody drink.
Seriously. Like, I'll rag on Chase far more than I'll rag on Built because, like, get your heads out of your ass. Like, fair. The Sapphire program needs to be overhauled. I mean, the people at the Sapphire program need to be overhauled. Hey, Kevin. So, once again, Bank of America is going to be the exclusive card issuer for Alaska Airline cards. They seem to be disappearing from the Barclays site. Oh, no, those two companies also take plenty of body blows from me. Also warranted from time to time, because I don't know what's going on with the Venture One and why they introduced a Venture One for business. Yeah, I'll throw more body blows at them as well. But hey, Chase deserves all my wrath when they get it. Anyway, Bank of America, solo issuer of the Atmos cards going forward. Not sure what's happening on the Barclays end of things. It appears that the cards are disappearing from the Barclays website. Maybe the back book was bought. Maybe it wasn't. We don't know. Since the deal with Citi was being finalized this month, this is Q2 of 2026. So we probably won't get a number on how much it was purchased for, how much that back book cost Citi until Q3 or Q4 at the earliest. So, well, it'd have to be Q3 once it's finalized. We'll have to see what happens. What is the best non-co-branded credit cards? That's going to be take your pick, man. Some people will argue for Citi cards. It's going to depend on, do you travel? Do you like cash back? Do you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in assets? If you do you want to get more for your cash back? If you don't, do you prefer to travel? Do you like cashing out at a penny per point?
Do you portal?
If you don't portal, what do you do? Do you want to cash out through Schwab at 1.1 cent per point for 1 million points a year? There's so many variables for best non-co-branded credit card. So many variables for best co-branded credit card. Do you use that co-branded card? Dong, I'm sorry that you missed the notification. My apologies. I tried to jump through as many of the Discords as I could before jumping onto that. Close to hotel airline cards. It's going to depend on your on how you hotel, how you airport, how you airline. If United works for you, go into the United ecosystem. If you like Marriott's and you want Marriott status, go into the Marriott cards. Go grab some Marriott cards. Just get the Brilliant if you really want Marriott status. That's worth something. If you really like Hyatt's, Hyatt only has one credit card right now. We'll find more soon. Oh, Happy Tom mentions that he's getting 404 on the Bank of Hawaii site.
Hold on. Ooh. Let me see if I'm also getting a 404 here.
404 is bad. It's not as bad as 503, but it's bad. On mobile. Interesting.
I am also getting 404. Ooh. And I could access this site 15 minutes ago.
Random Esports, what's up? Time to get a Bank of America card. Yep, there you go.
Well, you're not getting a Hawaiian card because it's all down.
Yeah,
it's all down when you. I can't get onto the Barclays site at all for the links through Google anymore.
Yeah. What credit card? Best credit card with travel and transit. If you want travel and transit together,
the green.
Can't go wrong with the green or the
autograph. It depends on what you're doing with it. Like, is your partner Delta? Then the green. Is your partner not Delta or like JetBlue? Then the autograph. Is your partner somebody like the best card? There is no best card. There is best cards for certain situations that are somewhat defined.
Yeah. Like the best in terms of earning rates are going to be the green and the autograph for sure. If those ecosystems don't work for you, it doesn't really matter. Do you think Bank of America will have transfer partners now, and Atmos being one of their transfer partners? I think if they were going to get transfer partners, Atmos would almost certainly be one of their transfer partners for sure. Do I think they're going to go into the transfer partner game? I don't, just because what they've been doing with preferred rewards has worked so well for them for so long. Like, I know that they're changing the program, and I know that it's going to be like harder for people to qualify for platinum honors or whatever they're calling their top end, especially with needing the $1 million in assets now to get the 75% jump. But I don't think they're going to add transfer partners. But if they did, yeah, they definitely would add Atmos. I just don't know who else they would add. And like, if they added who else they added, like, would be a needle mover.
Cruises. It would be all like, they're the cruise network.
Not built. Wells would have to get in on cruises, but yeah. How much longer? I'm not sure. I understand the question, Eduardo. Don Kim, the computer says you have network connectivity issues. Yeah.
One of the best improvs.
Okay. So the 60K offer is showing for Happy Tom. So that's interesting to know. How does it work where Bank of America is squeezing out Barclays, but okay dealing with Build?
Totally different situations.
Different situations, and like, it's always fun to screw another bank. I don't know what the Bank of America built relationship looks like. Because one would have thought, like, with them having and Alaska having such a nice relationship when everything kind of blew up, you would have thought that they would have gone to Bank of America first to relaunch their co-branded card with. They didn't get any credit card company. They didn't get any bank. Let me rephrase. They didn't get any major bank to sign on with them. So it's interesting.
I'm getting a 500 error.
Ooh, you got the gateway error. That one's the bad one.
I got the error not found. No resource found. So if you're going to apply, I don't think you got 5 minutes.
Happy Tom, get her on it. Just get her on it. See what happens. Kevin, any hint about Wells Fargo next transfer partner? I have word that it's launching next week.
It's 1 to 50 with Rove.
No. Carissa would throw me out of an airlock if I said that. It's not.
That's why I said it, not you.
Yeah. I got all my Rove merch over the weekend. I write for their newsletter. I moderate a Facebook group for them. They give me points for doing both. Cool. Perfect. Oh, you have that capability here. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Any hints about it? I know that it's set to launch next week. It's on track to launch next week, and they fly across the Pacific. They're known for flying across the Pacific. It's them flying across the Pacific. So far they've only got 1-to-1 transfer rates for airlines. It's an airline. That's all I know. I know a lot more, but I can't say anything else.
Lufthansa.
Can't partner with a credit card company, but yeah, that would be
again. Fun. That's why I suggested it, Matt.
Sorry.
Keep up. I suggested it because it can't be the answer.
You're sorry.
I'm not going to give them the answer. That would just be silly.
I've given away a ton. Also, hey, Stack Your Points mug. Check it out. StackYourPoints.com. Go to the merch. Yeah, so that was the big news. We could definitely see new cards coming out. A premium card isn't out of the realm of possibility. A premium business card isn't out of the realm of possibility. Changes to the Ascent card going to 150. Why did they add Wyndham 1 to 2? Because they needed something to make a splash, and they're willing to pay the premium to be able to offer it 1 to 2. And like, who else is going to do it? No one. I don't mind it.
Wyndham's not bad for like if you're into Wyndham, it's a very good thing. And like if you do a lot of road trips, if you do a lot of road warrior stuff, like Wyndham can work out well.
Yeah. Wyndham 1 to 2, Choice 1 to 2. If they make their hotel transfer partner standard 1 to 2, like that's going to be real nice for them.
Because they do your favorite thing in the world. Transfer 1 point at a time.
Oh yeah, I do love that. Do you think any premium credit card will have Amtrak as a transfer partner? I vividly remember Chase used to have it. Chase did used to have it, Frank, or F and Reggie. Sorry. Clicking apply now via Barclays for the Hawaiian card is also bringing me to BofA portal. Ooh, interesting. I think somebody will add Amtrak in the not too distant future, whether it's a rewards program or a credit card issuer. The problem right now is I think that a lot of the folks at Amtrak who would be answering those phones got laid off back in January because Amtrak is part of the federal government.
They're like part of it, but not, but sort of. Like, the Amtrak is one of the weird, like you could write, I'm sure people have written dissertations on Amtrak. It's kind of bananas.
It's very bananas, but like I know of at least one program that has been trying like mad to get in touch with them to set up a transfer partnership, and they can't get anyone on the phone.
Oh no, I absolutely understand that. I just mean like Amtrak as a entity is so weird.
Weird. Because it's not private, it's not fully public. It's a weird thing. Amtrak is brutal, or have they improved lately? I know that they're putting out new Acela trains. Those trains should hit higher MPH on the Acela corridor. Cent per point.
I just took them; they were great.
Yeah, RJ also like we were breaking down some cent per point. Like if you do the California Zephyr, it's like an insane cent per point if you're in the private car.
They just the World Elite Business MasterCard for Hawaiian is now down to 50 with 4,000 in spend. Like they're changing. They're like things are changing. Things are changing. So if you want to apply for something,
At this point, it feels like it's just a roulette wheel. Whatever you get is just going to be weird.
yeah, because I clicked it again and now it's at 80 for the same card. I don't know what's going on, Matt.
I don't like using my raccoon powers, but like RJ, you want to apply for a Hawaiian card
No,
just to see what happens?
I do not. I absolutely do not want to apply for Hawaiian card right now. Thank you, sir.
One just magically appears tomorrow.
I am not applying. I half filled out an application to see if I could get to the next page, and that's as far as I want to take it. I'm getting 404 now again.
Basically, you guys playing with the website. The website's broken. Everything seems to be broken.
They're absolutely changing things right now.
Yeah. Why this broke at this hour, I'm not sure. I'm guessing they were gonna they had a time to do. Yeah, it's Wheel of Fortune for the Hawaiian credit card. Yep. Just spin the wheel and see what happens.
Hold on. I just saw something on. I swear I just saw a Hawaiian logo on the Bank of America website, and then the page flashed.
Oh boy.
And now it's gone.
Bank of Hawaii, Barclays Hawaiian card is going away. That's disappointing. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully a new annual fee card is on the way. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know what's happening. This is fun. Happy Tom, if you're able to get a card, that would be fantastic. I'm not sure what on earth is happening at this point.
Like it's real. It's real crazy, Matt.
Fun times.
I think you should use your raccoon powers and try to apply.
I have no need for that card. I need to stay in Barclays good graces right now, and I'm not applying for anything.
Oh yeah, because you want the JetBlue card if it gets good.
Yeah, once it gets good, I'll probably apply for that sucker. Might also apply for the Breezy card, Breezy Rewards card. Because why not?
A sentence I thought I was going to hear this evening.
They're throwing status on the sucker. No, realistically, what I do right now would be Barclay would be the JetBlue Premier card. Get the welcome offer on that. Get my tiles. Get all that. Was a simple reward program.
Cashback. I mean that legitimately. Go cashback. Yeah. If you want simplicity, go cashback.
Yeah. I think you're talking about the Shop Your Way. I think Shop Your Way became Shop Your Way Simple Rewards. It's a cashback card, and it's silly. Where was I going with this? Oh, my path would be apply for the JetBlue Premier, go after that, and as soon as I hit that welcome offer, then apply for the JetBlue Premier card to maximize the number of points that I can get, because you cannot get the welcome offer on the Premier if you have or have had the JetBlue Plus card. I'm sure people have gotten it, but like they're saying that they're claiming to have that sort of family language. It only goes up. Doesn't make sense. So I would apply for the Premier, get that welcome offer, and then apply for the Plus, because the Plus doesn't have the family language.
Today. It doesn't have the family language today.
Well, I'm going to need that to last a little while longer, but yes.
Your luck, it would change 5 minutes before you applied, and in the time it takes you to fill the application out.
Do you know how pissed I would be?
Oh, I would encourage it because it would make fantastic content.
Thank you.
Am I wrong, though?
No. Got the JetBlue Premier card. Let's see what when the changes go live for the card. Seemed promising, and I jumped the gun on getting it since the changes didn't go live yet. Yeah, I'm waiting for those changes to go live before I do anything with it. Like the 25 tiles is nice. I still think that there is plenty of space to do more additional fixes to make that card feel like a premium card, but what they've added so far is nice. I don't care for the companion pass. Like, that's a little too much spend on one card or opportunity cost for me, but it's not bad. And probably more useful than a 15K spend free Hyatt night, free Hilton night, because it's just a subsidized. Like, I spent $15,000 for this free night. If I burn that free night at another goddamn Hilton or another goddamn Hampton Inn, I'm going to be pissed. But yeah, no, the JetBlue Premier card is now promising. What's his name? Nick from Frequent Miler put up a really interesting, like, how you could just give yourself Mosaic 1 status while holding the JetBlue Premier card, because one of the things you can do is gift yourself tiles at one of the milestones, and the card, I think, would include the milestones.
Oh,
So
that's handy.
It'd be like you could gift yourself 20 tiles. You'd be given 25 tiles. You'd gift yourself 20 tiles. You'd only be 5 tiles short of Mosaic 1, but the spend that you'd put on the card would generate the tiles necessary. Yeah, and realistically, it's only like $200 to spend, because you'd be doing the $300 in spend on the travel portal to get that credit, and the $300 would get you 3 tiles that way. It looks nifty, and it looks like a way to maintain Mosaic status without having to fly a whole lot or have to do a significant spend with JetBlue, which would be nice.
It would be very nice for you.
Yes. I would appreciate this very much. And then I have to look at like the Breezy 1 status and all that, just to see like what the requirements there are. But we've tangented. What?
Us?
Yeah.
No. We've never tangented.
No, of course not. Any final thoughts here? We're still playing credit card roulette, apparently.
Yeah, I could not, like, I tried to apply and it would not take me to the next page.
Oof. JetBlue is also in a tight position as an airline. Yeah, they just put up most of their planes as collateral for another $500 million line of credit. Everybody's in some rough positions.
Do you think we could get our combined viewers to donate us enough money that we could go to JetBlue and be like, we will pay you X amount of money for you to put the Stack Your Points logo on a plane?
I don't know that we would be able to put that much money up, because that's got to be like several hundreds of thousands of dollars.
At this point, do you think they would actually turn down money, Matt? Because I think they might just be like, you got money, we got planes.
Maybe. SJDP, they're not going to. I don't think they're going to touch the Summit card. There's plenty of other things that they can do with the $95 card. Bring in some of the features from the Hawaiian card for sure. Just like make an amalgamation of the Hawaiian and the JetBlue. I'm sorry, the Hawaiian and the Ascent cards. So like, let's go look at the Bank of Hawaii card real quick.
I do want to talk about this while you're pulling things up. I actually think Alaska buying JetBlue gets them East Coast coverage. That, and they're not one of the 3 biggest airlines or 4 biggest airlines with Southwest, right? So it might pass scrutiny a little bit easier. I actually think Alaska and JetBlue merging, so you have all of the coverage on the West Coast, you have the East Coast with JetBlue, could be really interesting.
Yeah, the only issue I would see, the liquidation would be the worst. I don't think they're facing liquidation. They are potentially facing bankruptcy, which, if they don't fix things, could lead to liquidation. But if Alaska bought them, the real big issue for JetBlue would be JetBlue primarily flies Airbuses, whereas Alaska flies Boeings. So there is that concern. But if they bought JetBlue and made, JetBlue the East Coast side And they took on a ton of debt. Yeah. And debt is getting more expensive, and AA would throw a shit fit. There is that. But if they just left it as, the East Coast region is JetBlue, the West Coast is Alaska, and maybe they kept the JetBlue name overall, you could see like West Coast operations are for Trans-Pacific and East Coast operations are for Transatlantic. Yeah, although that's also just shuttling them between where the 787 is built. How about the JFK, Boston, focus cities of Charleston, Fort Lauderdale, and maybe a couple others would love for JetBlue Air, Alaska Air merger to go through. Some other interesting things. So the Hawaiian card gives you 2 free check bags.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Ascent card only gives you 1 free check bag. So maybe there's things that they're going to be able to do to put the 2 cards together. The earning categories will get expanded. Receive a one-time 50% off companion discount for round-trip coach between Hawaii and North America destinations operated for round-trip North America coach. Maybe they do that, but that's a one-time 50% off coupon. You can get $100 companion discount for a round-trip coach between Hawaii and North America destinations. So that's for holding on to the card. So you got that $100 companion discount. Maybe that gets transferred over to the card in addition to the companion pass. We've got Chambe Holly Selassie mentioning he lives in Seattle. This is great news. Yeah, I mean, having all your credit cards under one issuer allows you to do a bunch of cool and interesting things. It took Citi, I don't know, nearly 20 years to learn that lesson, because they bought US Air back in, or I'm sorry, American Airlines bought US Air back in 2007 or 2013.
I think so.
And
It's
they
been a
kept
minute.
2 in 2013. Okay. So my second guess was right. So for more than a decade, American Airlines was issuing 2 credit cards, was living under 2 credit cards under 2 issuers. So like Alaska Airlines and Bank of America just cutting this off as quickly as they can certainly makes a lot of sense, because it gives them room to do a bunch of other things. So
I mean, Marriott and Starwood have been doing it since 2016. So like,
well, I mean, when Amex and Chase are paying you so much money,
so much money, like an ungodly amount of money.
and you get to screw Chase over with it, it's like, why would you not?
I mean, if you have the option to screw Chase, I don't know why you wouldn't take it.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if people with Bank of Hawaii cards tomorrow wake up to an email saying, "Hey, by the by,
Just so you know, in about 45 days, you're going to be getting a Barclay Arrival Plus card, because the back book wasn't sold the way that we thought it would, and we can't file litigation quickly enough because this was done to us overnight."
I'm going on credit card Reddit, which is always a nervous place, and seeing if anybody's posted anything."
I know it made r/turning a couple hours ago. I haven't seen it on credit cards yet. Nope, nothing on credit cards.
Sometimes you get people who post things.
Yep. My suspicion is the Bank of Hawaii will get bought. Barclays probably won't. Barclays proper won't. That would kind of suck for Barclays, but like, it's a gamble they were trying to make. Again, not a lawyer and not well versed in contract law, but like, I imagine they'll try to do something if they aren't already.
Matt's not a lawyer. He doesn't even play one on TV.
No. Denny Crane, I am not.
No. You would be interesting in How to Get Away with Murder, though.
Yeah, because I could actually do it.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah, that's fair. I can imagine that subset would definitely get bought over. That portion of the backbook would definitely get bought and transitioned over. I mean, I guess the counter from Bank of America would be Barclays negotiated in bad faith, knowing that the deal was done and was just trying to rent seek out their cardholders. I don't know. We will have to see how this plays out.
Mm-hmm.
But stuff is definitely happening on the IT side.
Yeah. I can't get into anything. Like, it'll open certain things, but it won't actually let me process anything.
Yeah.
If I wake up with 17 cards tomorrow.
Be great. But the Bank of Hawaii cards are probably transitioning over for sure. Did American Airlines fall so far? How did American Airlines fall so far behind? What American Airlines did was they focused too much on competing against the ultra low cost carriers while having like a really awesome points award program and like letting their points be used to book partner airlines at ridiculous rates for them. That they stopped really servicing like big routes because they weren't making money on the big routes competing against Delta and United, and they just let United come in and take the second spot. It's all on Robert Ism, and part of why a lot of people are calling for Robert Ism to get fired or for him to resign. They picked the wrong CEO is kind of how they fell so far behind. Because they had a chance. They had a chance, and they had the guy who really wanted to be in charge. Yeah, and they backed off in some of the contested hubs like Chicago. Not so much DFW, but like they backed off on Chicago, and I think Denver was another hub where they kind of took a step back, and they just got beat to smithereens. Kevin, I'm hoping Beyond gets released next year, but after the transfer partner launching next week, I'm not aware of any other transfer partners this year, and I still don't know that 12 is enough to jump into a major credit card. But the Sapphire Reserve launched, and Chase only has 13 transfer partners.
I absolutely think it's enough, especially if they do something cool in the portal. That is carrying a tremendous amount of weight. That is a load-bearing sentence. I understand that, and yet I think it'll be okay.
I have to see what they're going to do in their portal. I've heard there's stuff coming to the portal, but like nothing fun. Kirby is doing well, all things considered. Yeah, but like Scott Kirby in charge of American Airlines would be a much different program than it is now. And Denver got slashed. So there you go. All right. With that, we've done an hour here, an extra hour of content for Stack Your Points, an extra hour of content for my channel. RJ, thank you for staying on to discuss this and fake apply for a card several times.
I do what I can. Funny enough, I just got a AAA pre-approval for their 2 cards that I don't really need or want, but hey, always good to have.
That 5% grocery seems to still work at Target. I don't know about Walmart, but I think it still works at Target. So there's that.
Matt, don't say things like that to me. Hold on. No, I don't need it. I don't need it. It's fine. I don't. Matt, stop making me click buttons, Matt.
Absolutely. Oh, what do you guys think of Tim Cook stepping down as CEO of Apple? I think it's the right time. I think it's to usage fears of developers, trying to get developers back into kind of the fold. It's not been rough, but it hasn't been great between Apple and developers the last couple of years. The push for AI has been an issue with developers. Apple Intelligence is not very intelligent. Siri sucks, so there's been issues there. I think it's the right time. I think John Turnus is the right guy. I've thought John Turnus is going to be the guy for the last couple of months. Tim is staying on as executive chairman of the board, so he's still going to be like the front and center for Apple's national and international relations. I think there's going to be like one or two things that will be in Tim's portfolio, transitioning a lot of the manufacturing and the sourcing that they have to do from China to India, Vietnam, potentially Brazil. Makes a lot of sense for Tim's portfolio.
So I'm in a bunch of Apple subreddit or Apple chats because that's who I am as a person. Somebody said basically Tim is going to be like CEO and John Turnus is going to be president. Like, to put it in a traditional org chart, like Tim is going to be the dude that you send out when you need to do the big thing because executive chairman sounds really impressive, and John Turnus is going to be the person actually running the company.
Yeah, although probably for the first WWDC, it's going to be John doing the walk around campus video primarily.
Oh yeah, it'll absolutely be him. But like Tim is going to be deployed as that like figurehead on top when you need that gravitas.
Yeah. And F and Reggie, do I think Wells Fargo will ever release a premium card? Yes. I just don't know when. With the addition of Wyndham and their next transfer partner, they'll be at 12. So they'll be one behind Chase, which is kind of hilarious when you think about it. But they'll be at 12. They've got Wyndham at 1 to 2. They've got Choice at 1 to 2, a premium card. I'm sure they're probably negotiating with Wyndham and Choice to put some sort of like they would negotiate with those two to put some sort of status on that card. And then it'll be an interesting play to see what they might do with their travel portal, because they're going to be relaunching their travel portal in the not too distant future. So
yeah,
Wells is still making moves.
Wells and Chase share Aer Lingus. They share Air France KLM. They share British Airways, Iberia, True Blue, and Virgin Atlantic Flying Club. Chase has Air Canada, Singapore, Southwest, and United. Wells has Choice and Wyndham. Chase has World of Hyatt, IHG, Marriott, and Wyndham. But Wells Fargo has Wyndham 1 to 2 versus 1 to 1 with Chase. So they're honestly, other than the hotel partners, like the airlines are fairly similar, except for really Southwest and United. If Wells Fargo can get one mainstream hotel partner, like any of them, to just say yes, I think they're fine. Like, I think they're more than fine. And I honestly think they're probably fine right now.
I think they need one more airline, and I think if they could land IHG, they'd be set. Hey, Chad, hope all is well.
Would they take IHG 1 to 1? Because I don't think you get IHG 1 to 2.
It'd be really fucking funny if they did.
Right, but I don't think they can. That's the thing. I don't think they can get them 1 to 2.
I think they can get them 1 to 1. I think they'd be willing to do 1 to 1 with IHG, and since they can do 1 to 2 with the other two, I think they'd be fine with it. And so, I think if they can, if they're negotiating with IHG and IHG is sticking to 1 to 1 and they're pushing for 1 to 2, they'll either settle at 1 to 1.5, which would also be fantastic, but more likely, I think they would just be fine with going 1 to 1. So how's it going, MHOT? Any news on the Sapphire Preferred refresh? Nope, not yet. I look vigilantly every day, but I haven't seen anything. I would imagine. So we're bleeding into Tuesday, the 21st. I think we're going to get Hyatt news this week. And then after the Hyatt news, you might see Sapphire Preferred.
What do you think it's going to be? What is your final prediction for what the CSP is?
$150 annual fee.
Okay.
Now I want to hedge.
No hedging.
150. Fuck. All right, fine.
Come on, Matt. Be brave.
195 annual fee.
Okay.
We'll go 195. Points boost in the portal. It's going to keep all of its current travel protections that it already has. It's not amazing compared to the Sapphire Reserve, but it's right. It's pretty much like right there with a couple differences here and there. 3x travel, including like just all of their travel categories. So 3x travel. I think it'll be 5x across the board in the travel portal. We'll go with 5x across the board in the travel portal. I think you're going to see 3x grocery. They're going to punt the streaming category. 3x on dining. No foreign transaction fees. I would love to see them go to a 1.5. Sleeper Rod 7 days. No, I'm sorry, 6 days now. It's Tuesday now. So 3x dining, 3x grocery, 3x travel. I would love to see 1.5. I don't think we're going to get 1.5. But Dash Pass, $10 monthly Dash Pass credit. You're going to see probably an Instacart Plus membership and $10 a month discounted Instacart. And then one of Apple TV or Apple Music. You're not going to get both. And probably a $100 hotel credit. And I think that would just be, $100 2-night, maybe a 2-night minimum, maybe, hopefully not, but $100 hotel credit makes a fair amount of sense.
Yeah. Do you think we get a coupon book, a mini coupon book? A coupon
I just listed $10 every month at DoorDash and $10 every month at
that is not a coupon book. Two credits does not a coupon book make, sir.
Well, what else are you expecting?
No, I'm asking, do you like 2 credits is not a coupon book? I think we can both agree that like you have to have others. I'm asking, do you think will be one? Because if you think there's just 2, that's fine. I think they might stick a couple more things. They might do oh goodness, I'm trying to think. They might do like a $50 StubHub credit.
Yeah, but then they do a $25 semi-annually, and I don't think that's going to work out. It could. They could. That would suck, but they could. Hawaiian Airlines posted a new era of travel is about to take off. It has a countdown of 2 days and 9 hours. So it looks like we're going to see some new cards. 2 days and 9 hours would be about 10 a.m. on Thursday. All right.
9:30. No.
We'll see. The Wells Fargo partner, it is scheduled, last I checked, for next week.
It's United, guys.
Yes. But yeah, no, 195, 5x in the portal, $100 travel credit, $100 hotel credit in the portal. I mean, a $50 StubHub credit would suck, but like I could probably see it. Maybe a $150 select hotel credit, like the thing that they do with IHG, Virgin, Minor Hotels, NH, Omni, all of those. And I think if you're seeing it on the Sapphire Reserve, if you use the Sapphire Preferred to book IHGs in the travel portal, your status will be reflected as well. For what it's worth, Alaska status card benefits have gotten you different benefits on Alaska, American, and Hawaiian. So Hawaiian standalone card consistent with that, probably. Oh, alas. You only have one Star Alliance partner. Kind of sucks. They need another Star Alliance partner. It's not going to be United, but I wouldn't. I think they very much need Air Canada.
Let's see, Star Alliance members.
Because right now Wells has Avianca and Case has Singapore, Air Canada, and United. American has others. City has Turkish. Capital One has Turkish. If Wells could land Air India, that would be an interesting play on the Star Alliance side, because Air India, you can book domestic flights on United under 700 miles for 3,500 points.
That would be broken within a week.
It's okay so far, but yeah, no. If a major credit card issuer got Air India, that would break pretty quickly. It's only like 7,500 to do transcontinental.
You would see people like hop between 6 airports to make that work and spend more points than if they just went direct.
Probably. But breakage.
There would be so much breakage.
Yeah. Turkish would be another play. I don't know that Wells would want to go after Turkish. I would just prefer to see Wells go after Air Canada, honestly. If Wells landed Air Canada, and the other funny thing would be like Wells swoops in and decides to add I prefer at a 1-4 rate. Just be like, oh, City, we will pick up your garbage.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, let me ask you this. If Wells was to get a partner, you could give them one sort of quote mainstream partner, right? On the hotel side. Who do you give them that is at all realistic? Like, is it IHG, or like it's not going to be Hyatt, and it's not going to be Marriott.
Well, I don't think it would be Hyatt.
Can they pull Hilton? Because Hilton was with Bilt, or Hilton is with Bilt, so
they're all with Bilt. Bilt has Hyatt, Marriott, Hilton, and IHG. Could they land Hilton? Maybe.
But do they land them 1-1?
That would suck.
But if you can get 3x for $0 annual fee, is 1-1 worth it? Because now you're not dealing with, like, look, I have a lot of Amex cards. Go in the Discord. I posted my wallet today. A lot of Amex in there. But the annual fees are a pain in the ass. So if your partner is something like, is something where, you don't have to pay that annual fee and you can still have access to it, it would be pretty great.
It would be. I don't know that they could probably pull Hilton. I don't know that they would want to pull Hilton at 1-1. Bilt can do it because Bilt doesn't care about Hilton necessarily. Like, Bilt's got its golden goose with Hyatt, right?
But you get Hilton in at 1-1 and hopefully get them to 1-2 later.
Plausibly.
Is it better to have Hilton at 1-1 than not to have Hilton?
It's better to have something than nothing. Yeah.
Do you think it would be better to have Hilton 1-1 or IHG 1-1?
I think I would prefer IHG. I could live with IHG 1-1. Because at least IHG, like, you can still do okay with point bookings with IHG for like the higher end properties.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a Conrad, an LXR, the Waldorf, all of those are going to take significantly more points. And like the only saving grace that you get with Amex is that it's 1-2. So like a standard room at 250,000 points, with Amex, you only have to transfer 125,000 points. That's
Okay.
half a
As
welcome
cute,
offer.
as cute as the standard room at 250, like that is not for most things.
No, I understand that's not for most things, but like you can still do a bit better. Like
You can do better with IHG than Hilton when it comes to mid-range to upper range on points. Absolutely. That I
yeah,
won't that I won't doubt.
and
But
that's
not
kind of
every
the argument.
standard room is
No,
250.
I'm not saying that every standard room is 250, but like if you're looking at that top end, if you're looking at
Mm-hmm.
Intercontinental versus Waldorf, right?
Oh yeah, not in the same realm. I just
Yeah,
stated an Intercontinental, not in the same realm.
yeah, but like Kimpton versus Waldorf, Kimpton versus Conrad, Indigo. Like I haven't stayed in Indigo. I don't know what an Indigo is like.
They're nice.
But
I stayed at one in January.
okay. I don't know where it would compete with Hilton overall. I do think that
Probably a Hilton. Probably a Hilton.
Okay.
Like the stock standard Hilton.
Dog standard Hilton. Yeah. I think getting Hilton 1-1, something's better than nothing. I do think Hilton's room rates on points will leave you feeling wanting with Wells, but if they could figure out getting it to 1-2 in the not too distant future, that would be fair. SJDP stayed at a couple of Indigos. They were not impressed.
I was super impressed. I had a great time at the one I stayed at.
Hmm.
But with anything, like I feel like brands, like it matters much more about the particular hotel you're staying at than necessarily the brand.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what else Wells could cook up. GHA would be fun, but like GHA reward dollars versus like points, I don't know how that would work out because they value their reward dollars at $1 USD. So like, would you do a 100-to-1 transfer rate because it's a dollar? It's a dollar-to-dollar match. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know that, but I don't know what the beyond could be. Like we're in a weird time, right? Because if they come out of the gate with a $900 credit card, they're going to get flamed. If they have a $0, a $95, and then a $900, that is too much, right? There's too much difference between the 95 and the 900.
Yeah.
If you do a 250 card, I don't think that's enough differentiation, right? Like the problem is the $95 card is really good. So do you come out with a Venture X competitor in some in that like 400 range? Do you go to the 550? Like right now is a super weird time to put out a premium credit card because you have so many like you've got the platinum and the CSR at the top end right now.
Yep.
You've got the City Strata Elite and the Venture X. You've got the gold is in over 300, so that's there. So you've got a bunch of cards in that sort of range. Before the CSR and the platinum, I knew sort of where the beyond would sit. I don't necessarily know I know where it sits anymore.
So here's where I'd put it. Where's my Wyndham Rewards tab? Here's what I would do if it was up to me. If I was in charge of the autograph program, this is what I would do. I would make it 450. Or no, I would make it 550. So you're going to go 0, 95, 550. Old CSR. We're going to give it a $250 travel credit. Just, it's not the same as the Sapphire Reserve's $300. It's not exactly the Sapphire Reserve's $300, but it's exactly the same in terms of all travel qualifies for it.
Okay.
Maybe you get your points, maybe you don't. Don't really care.
I don't think you get points on that, but go on.
Sapphire Reserve doesn't give you points. It used to, but people broke it. The $300 travel credit, when it was before it went into being a $300 coupon for Capital One, it earned 2x points. So people abuse that. I think Wells will just straight up just start off with no points for that. So $250 annual fee, $250 travel credit. Higher earnings in their portal. It'll be the one that earns in their portal, whatever their portal ends up looking like. Maybe they slap some earnings on the journey. Don't really care. It'll earn in the portal. I'm going to go with this will earn 6 points per dollar on hotels. This will still earn 4 points per dollar on flights. It's a travel card. It's going to have 3. Let's give it 4x dining.
Ooh.
We'll give it 4x dining. 3x on general travel, 2.5 on mobile wallet, and 1 everywhere else. 2.5 capped at 25,000 in spend.
That would be really interesting.
And benefits of the card, Wyndham Platinum, which is kind of like whatever. Choice Platinum. And well, the Platinum's going to go to 1K or 1.5 in the next 4 years anyway. But Wells jumping out at $900, they would have to blow the doors off that.
I don't think that Wells coming out with a card even at 900 would force Amex to do anything.
No. Chase moving up to 900 would make Amex do something. But
I think they're so close right now that it wouldn't matter. I think Amex wants to do it for the 50. I think you cross the 999 mark at the 50th anniversary.
Yeah. So I'm giving it 2 hotel statuses with its 1 to 2 transfer partners. 250 in travel credits. And then I don't know what else you do, whether it's a ride share or like a commuter credit or something they could add on. Maybe they partner with a dining program of some sort. You know what? An in-kind credit would be really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just do $400 at in-kind, split it up, 200 in the first half of the year, 200 in the back half of the year. And in-kind restaurants, you can run up a $200 bill really freaking quickly.
Do they do Wells Fargo nights?
God, I hope not.
What about Wells Fargo days?
God,
brunch.
I hope.
Can this be a brunch card, Matt? Can we make this
the
ultimate brunch card?
Here's what we're gonna do. Wells weekends.
Ooh, alliteration.
I'm an alliterative bastard.
Tell me what Wells weekends would be, Matt.
Oh, Friday from 4 o'clock to Monday at midnight. Everything on the card is doubled, but your mobile wallet spend is capped at $2,000 for the weekend.
Okay. So Reno, not Vegas.
On 25,000 spend, you're capping out the what do you call it? The mobile wallet in like 10 weeks. So what I'm doing here is I'm giving you 8 times points on dining, 6 times points on travel, 12 times points on hotels, and 5 times points on mobile wallet. From Friday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon until midnight on Monday.
That would be pretty sweet. People would use and abuse it, but that would be pretty sweet.
Mobile wallet's capped at 2,000 in spend. Everything else I would leave uncapped, but holy crap.
People would find ways, Matt. People would
I know ways. People would find ways. But what time zone? Y'all, if I have to peg this to GMT to make sure that y'all don't abuse the crap out of it, I'll peg it to GMT.
Eastern. Just choose Eastern.
We can use Eastern. You know what? Make it even funnier. Make it Atlantic time.
Oh, God. Does the U.S. have territory in Atlantic time?
Does what?
Does the U.S. have territory?
I want to say the Virgin Islands might expand into Atlantic time.
Hold on. I've got to see what this is now. Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Dominica, Dominican Republic, France and overseas French collectives, Grenada, Aruba, St. Kitts, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Trinidad and Tobago, Antigua. Okay, we got Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands.
Yep, USVI.
I didn't realize. I assumed Puerto Rico was Eastern. My bad. I'm sorry, Puerto Rico.
Although you did mention the country that has the most that spans the most number of time zones in the world.
All 6 of the New England states in the U.S. currently in the Eastern time zone. There was at one point legislation to change some of those states to Atlantic time.
Of course there was.
I'm just saying.
Well, AP, you know, when Alaska decides to get in bed with only one credit card issuer, we're going to talk about it.
I'm also editing the podcast as we go, so I have no reason to end. It's great.
There you go. What about Euclid time? I don't know what Euclid time is. I don't know though. I want to know. I feel like that's between Atlantic and GMT.
Central Western time. It is in Australia.
Oh. You know, the one in the Great Sandy Desert?
It is. Oh, I get the joke. It's 8 hours and 45 minutes off.
God damn it, Australia.
That is special.
Not only is this a landmass actively trying to kill you all the time. Oh, and it's only in one city. Okay. Okay. My brain hurts.
I mean, it'd be fun. So, Matt, overall thoughts on Bank of America and Barclays and Alaska and Hawaiian?
I can't say I'm surprised with Alaska consolidating under Bank of America. I saw that coming a mile away. I'm sort of surprised that we're seeing like everything get shut down on the Barclays side pretty much overnight. It seems. Barclays, I would have figured would have used the wedge of its contract that it extended with Hawaiian Airlines right at the basically at the last minute to try and get some sort of recourse from this, or like try to get some sort of payment from this. It's interesting that it seems like they may not be. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But we may find out that folks who have the Hawaiian card from Barclays are going to wake up and not have a card with Hawaiian anymore.
So I can click on one of the links now sometimes, but when I do, it goes to the 5,000 like big bad scary sign.
Ooh, bad gateway.
Yeah.
Error 503, bad gateway.
Yeah.
So overall, I think that's going to be a thing. It'll be interesting to see if Barclays does anything with this. Hold up, your Hawaiian card is DOA. We don't know what's happening on the Barclays side right now. You cannot apply for the Hawaiian card on the Barclays side, and it's throwing 503 gateway errors. Don't know what's happening in terms of like who is going to be servicing the Hawaiian card in the near future. because they signed an extension, like Barclays signed an extension with Hawaiian Airlines right before the merger was completed. I don't know if that is being recognized by Alaska at this point. So we will have to see.
They're also not up on the Barclays site anymore.
Yeah, they're no longer listed on the Barclays site. RJ has gone through the Bank of Hawaii site. I went through the Bank of Hawaii site. I saw that the offer was there. I clicked apply and nothing happened. So we'll have to see what happens from there. But yeah, overall, it is interesting to see what's happening for sure. But I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. There was also something from Hawaiian Airlines earlier in the chat mentioned that they have some sort of countdown to some new fangled stuff with travel.
Whoever said that, where did you find that? Because I did not see that when I went to their site. Is it like on some social medias?
It might be on Twitter or Instagram. I refuse to get an Instagram, so we'll see. And I'm not going to try Blue Sky. I'm going to assume that it's on Twitter.
I don't see anything on Instagram other than a 10 million mile sweepstakes. Unless it's on their story. Yep. It's on their story for 2 days, 9 hours, and something minutes.
Oh, because they haven't updated their Twitter since March 25th.
Yeah.
And I refuse to call it anything else.
It's on their website.
Okay.
Or it's on their Instagram, excuse me.
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram. Okay. The AS Hawaii merge app branding is dog meat. Yep, that's fair. And BofA denied me $500 business card, but I got approved for the $500 UCLA credit card. Pretty rare big bonus for a credit union. Nice. What's the minimum spend on that one, David? Because if it's $500 back on like $2,500 spend, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll be paying attention. The only reason why we started this live was we noticed this dropped like right. Oh, wow. Nailed it. I'm good. The only reason why we jumped on with this was we saw this drop right as we were starting to record Stack Your Points. So it is in the Stack Your Points that's going to drop Wednesday.
It'll be up in an hour for members.
Yeah, members will get Stack Your Points live in an hour. Yeah, so we just wanted to come on, kind of run through this because I didn't feel like recording a video, and we just decided to keep talking about it. So there you go. We've run an hour and 45, so basically a Stack Your Points on top of a Stack Your Points, which that's a first for us. Yeah. And so with that, I think it is good to go. I feel like Otto getting the Harvard degree from the claw machine. Hey, man. I can't do an Otto. Anyway, with that, I think it's time to say goodnight, RJ, or say goodnight, Matt. But with that, we will see you guys Thursday, and I will be wearing some kind of raccoon probably.
Yay. I'm so excited to see the Macoon in the Macoon.
Yes. And dear God, I need a haircut. But we will see you guys again on Thursday for another Stack Your Live. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. It shows like 42 folks at one point, or I think we were as high as 67. So there you go. Aloha. Yep. Enjoy, guys. Thank you. Talk to you later. Bye for now.